Yeah, it really depends on each company, and even I've seen like many other different companies that work in different ways. For us, DevOps are the persons that avoid surprises when we go to production, whenever we go, consistently. So they need to make sure that all the pipeline is well greased. So that requires a lot of skills. I mean, it's just a very broad goal, but it requires a lot of skills in terms of both development, be able to talk with development and make sure that everything is understood and consistent, and also with the operations teams, or being able even to run the operations by themselves. So it's a very, you need to go beyond the typical scope of a developer, of a operations person. Yeah. I do DevOps. Yeah, I actually I'm in charge of one team of DevOps, a quite big one. Yeah, what I can tell you is like before we had DevOps, I mean talking many years ago, like maybe 5 years or so, the issue was that we could only have like one product. It was like super big JBoss and everything, and it was like super hard, like building was like very complicated and so on. And once we started adopting DevOps, we started adopting patterns, and then we were like looking to a way to standardize everything. We have been able to go from one super huge monolith to more than 700 microservices, basically. So that is the main thing. You cannot do the one without a DevOps culture, because it's impossible. All the explosion on network requirements, databases, and so on, that's impossible without having a DevOps culture inside the company. Us, in particular, are not using much tools outside in the market. Basically, it's like our own priority nowadays for DevOps is usually continuous delivery. So there is a book written by Martin Fowler, which is part of his series, which is called Continuous Delivery, basically. There they show some tools like Escape. They were below our requirements, so we have our own internal tools that we have done. And these were the ones I mentioned like a few weeks ago that we want to make them open source to share with everybody. For tools in general, it's like you just need like some kind of tool that allows you to do continuous integration, which will be typically Bamboo or Jenkins or anything that you want. So because you need to have like pipelines and so on, because ideally everything should be a pipeline. You shouldn't be doing anything outside of the pipeline. If not, just manual. That's not very automation. That is not DevOps. So you just need like some pretty powerful pipeline tool, whatever you want to choose. There are many others. As I said, that ones. You need some good monitoring solutions. Usually application monitoring is the best one, so you can have around. You can either use New Relic, App Dynamics, or anything else. It depends on your own requirements, basically. But I think these are the two ones, like having a good pipeline and then be able to see in real time what the application is doing. The event was quite good. It was quite technical. A lot of people going around and so on. It was quite intense, moving around and seeing like so many different talks. But yeah, in general, we took a lot of like new technology and new information, and this was an international level event. I mean, it's perfectly fine compared to other events I've been in London and all around the world.